How does a middle-aged woman in her 50s pick up the pieces of her life and recreate a life of meaning and joy after overwhelming loss and betrayal? Well, you can now follow that journey of one woman in the book, The Healing Path Home. I'm going to get it right here. Seems like a really incredible story, and joining us now is the author herself to talk about it, Jean Sealander Miller. Jean, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. So, first tell us, this is part 3 of a trilogy. Is that right?
It is. The first book is A Breath Away. The second is A Million Miles from Home.
Okay.
And this is the third, The Healing Path Home.
Okay. So now this really sort of chronicles a journey that you have gone on yourself. Without revealing too much or giving a lot away, tell us a little bit about the journey and the path that you have taken to get to where you are, that you can share this with readers.
Well, I think it's important to sort of know where I've come from. When I was a young woman in my early 30s, my husband was diagnosed with an aggressive form of bone marrow cancer. We had an 18-month-old and a 4-year-old at the time.
Wow.
So that's the story of A Breath Away. And it's about really, what do you do when your whole life gets turned upside down, when you don't get the life you were expecting and the life that you thought somehow you were entitled to, and learning to embrace your life just the way it arrives every day. Learning to love and learning to say goodbye. It's a story of love and a story of loss. So that's the first book. The second book, A Million Miles from Home, 6 years after my husband passed away, I got remarried to the wrong person. I knew it from the beginning, and people have said to me, so how does a smart woman make such a dreadful mistake? And I think it's really when you disregard your inner knowing, it's sort of like points on a compass. They don't seem like big things at the time, but it all matters, and it led me to some place I never intended to be. So when you find yourself in a place of loss, depression, and sadness, what are you going to do about it? So that's where the third book picks up, and it's about finding your way back from this place of darkness back to a place of joy.
That's great. Well, you know, and I think even if people can't necessarily relate specifically with all of this, there really is a universality to this. And I think regardless of where people are on their journey, they can really find some inspiration and some guidance through this. So now, with The Healing Path Home, this is the latest. Is this something you can read standalone, or do you recommend?
They all stand alone. There's enough backstory, but I recommend starting at the beginning of the trilogy.
Sure, absolutely, to get the complete journey. Right. So where can we get these books?
They're available on Amazon. You can also go to your local bookseller and ask them to order them, which is what I recommend. Keeps money in your community.
Absolutely.
Or you can order them from me.
Fantastic.
JeanSealanderMiller.com.
Okay, and of course we will have that link on our website at casa.com. And yeah, folks, I really recommend this book. Very inspirational. What I've been reading so far, I can't wait to dive in more.